Hi everyone, welcome back to Tuesday's Talk with Grada. Today I have a special guest, my daughter Lisanne Robertson, and we're going to talk about money issues because money is a big stressful thing to lots of women. As you know, over the years I've worked with thousands of women, and after like a decade I realized what most women have in common. It doesn't matter if you're young and vibrant with lots of energy, or in the middle years, or whether you're older, or even if you're retiring with a nest egg. What most women, 9 out of 10 women, lie awake at night worrying about their financial security. Like it's almost as if we never feel secure enough financially. And the truth is that women are doing it hard. This Facebook Live is especially addressed for women today. So what I see is that women, they push so hard, they give everything that they have plus extra, they put in maximum effort, and then even if they are financially successful and at a level where they want to be with their money, their bodies are burnt out. So many women also suffer from burnout, or they feel disconnected, so they're not having the fulfillment that they expected to have when their money came in. So the good news is I'm your money coach as well, right? Not many of my normal clients know that I work with clients to bring out the best in them money-wise, so their finances start to turn around, and then their money can multiply as well, because some of my clients receive windfalls, but they don't just understand how to multiply their money. So today I invited Lisanne, who called in, to have a session with me. I actually twisted her arm because, Lisanne, do you worry about money sometimes? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, well, worry about money every single day. So just upcoming bills, and it's easy enough to put it out of my mind. Because I'm like that, but it comes up in my mind quite a bit. Yeah, especially recently.
And so most of the time you are a single mom, aren't you, with 13-year-old twin boys and a little girl. How old is she? 6.
Yep. Yeah.
So mixed, blended family. So Lisanne recently moved into a rental property again here. So separated from her partner, from Rosie's father. So you're co-parenting Rosie, and you're single mom of the twin boys who are 13. And on top of that, Elijah, which is one of the twins, he has a life-threatening condition, which is a genetic,
a very rare genetic disease.
Yeah,
that develops.
And that also sometimes stretches your money, because what happened recently, you had to fly to Melbourne to the Royal Children's Hospital, and it set you back like $3,000 suddenly, didn't it? So I mean, this is classic case, like life happens all the time.
Yeah, and my other son is beginning to get right into quite a few sports, and he's really good too, and he's being sent off to play interstate, and all of that is pretty hard to on me.
Expensive, it's very expensive. Yeah, it's almost impossible.
I actually had a dream to go to Europe again before I was 40, because it's been 20 years since I've travelled to Europe, but it won't be happening, unfortunately, not for another year, or unless I really start projecting.
Yes.
I should get a... Sorry, you go.
No, good. I'm listening. Sorry, I'm butting in. I'm always butting in.
Okay.
Yeah. So Lisanne has a deep wish to go to Europe. It's been a wish for many years. Lisanne actually spent a year in Europe when you were 18 or 19, nannying and traveling around friends and so on. And you really, really love the European culture. I can see that too, because, I mean, you look very European and you have European genes. So, as a money, I'm going to give you a quick demo what to do as a psychic healer or a laser coach. It doesn't matter what you like to call me. I have my own highly developed skills that can hack into your computer, my daughter's computer at this point, and I want to see what's holding it back. Because the truth is, we can set a goal, and many of us do that. Goal setting is important, but you set the goal with your conscious mind, right? And the conscious mind is at best only 1% of us. Actually, it's even less than us. So the other 99% is the more important part that we need to work with. That's called your subconscious mind. So the subconscious mind is like a big elephant, and the conscious mind is like a little ant that's on top of the elephant. And we set a goal, so Lisanne can say, well, I am manifesting a trip to Europe with my 3 children, and she's manifesting and doing the law of attraction, but it doesn't work a lot of the time because you're just enlisting part of your being, especially the conscious mind, that's running on the back of the elephant, thinking, I'm heading to Europe, I'm heading to Europe. But in the meantime, the elephant is actually heading to Antarctica, right? To the wrong. This is, but and it's so frustrating for people. Yeah, or to the supermarket, exactly. Or your car crashes or something like that. Because the two minds are not in alignment, right? So it's all in your energy, right? So I can see the energy and I can feel the energy, which isn't very nice for my children, is it? They're used to it, aren't you?
Yeah.
In our family, it's like difficult to have secrets. It's impossible, really, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, first of all, I'm going to give Lisanne a trick. So this is using your mind, even though the mind is tiny, it's still the spark that can ignite a big bushfire in the right direction. So, Lisanne, just say that. What do you say to yourself when you want to manifest a trip to Europe? What do you think? How possible is it? What do you feel?
Yeah, well, I really want it. Like, the desire is there, but I just feel like it's impossible right now because of the amount of bills that I have that I can't even pay this week. But yeah, so I'm just like, yeah, or maybe next year.
All right.
So I always put a bit of hope in there, but
actually, Lisanne is pretty amazing with visualizing, because you're an artist at heart. So it's very easy for me to convince Lisanne to have big dreams, and it's really great to have big dreams. I encourage everyone to have massive dreams, like huge, because when your dreams are bigger, your problems are smaller. And if you don't have any dreams, you still have the same problems and the same pain, but those problems are like unovercomable, right? So that is like one of Lisanne's superpowers, is that you're a big dreamer. So I really like that. So Lisanne, when I say think about going to Belgium in September, right, for a dream, which is next month, right, to Europe, how likely does it feel in your body? 0 to 10, 10 being how do I say it? Likely. So what would your score be?
Yeah. 0.
Okay.
Unless a miracle happens,
yeah.
you know.
What do you feel? How does it feel in your body, or where do you feel that in your body? What's the feeling in your body?
When I think about the 0% chance, yeah, a bit of chest pain and despair.
Yeah, exactly. And so we can change that immediately. So you're always in a relationship with the universe. So I want Lisanne now to repeat after me, and she says to the universe, how can I make the trip happen? How can I go to Europe for 3 months and be paid to do it?
Do you want me to say that?
Yeah, just say it.
How can I go to Europe for 3 months and be paid to do it?
With my 3 children.
With my 3 children.
When do you want to go to Europe then?
April next year.
So April next year. So this is how we uncover a goal, and then you say to the universe, which is your business partner, and we're all in business with the universe, how can I go to Europe for 2 or 3 months in April next year and be paid to do it? Yeah, say that again.
How can I go to Europe next year for 2 or 3 months and be paid to do it?
How does that feel in your body?
Exciting.
How's the chest pain?
Still there a little bit.
Okay. Does it feel like you've had a little bit of an uplift?
Yeah, a little bit.
So this is just a very, very simple tool, though, just to get the energy percolating. So we're not dismissing any problems here, but it's just to give her a little bit of a lift. Because the truth is, by the way, if we ask more intelligent questions, like you say to the universe, how can you help me to do this? How can you make it happen? And I'll just follow. You're actually turning the elephant around, right? The subconscious mind has a very, very close connection to the universe or your soul. So like all these parts of us need to be in alignment, but your soul and the universe always want you to dream bigger. So this is giving you a little example. So now that I've put Lisanne in a little bit slightly elevated state, I'm going to use my hands to see where the glitch is. So I'll just do that very quickly. So, okay, definitely in the throat. I always want to find the biggest energy block though. The biggest energy block sits in her solar plexus, so right, just between the heart and stomach, right? I can do that without my hands as well, but I like to use my hands as a scanner when the people are in the room. And then also there's lots of stuff happening at the back as well. So at the back of the body, those portals that we have, the energy centers, often contain the information we don't talk about, we keep it close to our heart, or it's even stuff that you've forgotten about as well. So let's look at the big one. So Lisanne has a really, really big energy block in her solar plexus. And energy, when I look for energy blocks, it's filled with low quality energy that was caused by a trauma. And by the way, we didn't create that, and that's what I want you to know. We're often born with those glitches and stuff. So let's just go all the way back to, sorry, I'll just feel again. So her body is telling me it started with my father. All right, so it's already talking to me. So Lisanne, that's Opa, we call him Opa, my dad in Holland, right? So how does Opa, you've heard me talk about my father. What do you reckon is to go with Opa? So your money block, well, in relation to money. So what are some of the stories you heard me talk about? You think about Opa and I'll ask your body.
Well, procrastinating.
Right.
Putting off bills and stuff. Like he wasn't very successful with money. Like no. He was, what do you call it? He was pretty lucky in a lot of ways. But
have you been lucky sometimes?
Yeah.
Very lucky.
Yeah, probably my whole energetic body to do with money probably takes up the whole.
Yeah, yeah. So this is so interesting. So Lisanne's her money is blocked today, right? At the moment, her bank account says no. When she can't go to the mainland, the bank account says no. It always says no. So she's stuck, right? And we want to clear the stuckness. So you might feel stuck as well different times. Eh? It's really that horrible stuck feeling, like I feel stuck, I have no wiggle room here and I don't know how to pay. So I'm clearing that energy block of I feel stuck in this situation. The energy will start to flow and then her situation will change because the external circumstances will rearrange themselves to fit in with the good energy that's going to come from Lisanne's being now, her inner being. So interesting, my father did have a lot of good luck, and he had a lot of bad luck, and then he had a lot of good luck, and then he had lots of disasters in his life financially, and then he also had so many good luck opportunities. So ultimately, when I look at my father now with my as a healer and as a coach, a wealth coach, I can see his money thermostat was absolutely flipping from hot to cold, crazy all his life, right? We have this internal money thermostat that goes, that says, oh, we're getting too hot. That means too much money is flowing in, like we're getting too successful, or it's all going too good. And then you create, maybe your car breaks down. In my father's case, his whole factory went up in flames when I was 11, and he had to rebuild again, and then he became quite wealthy again, and then the neighbors started to attack him, and he became a target, and then, you know, my mom caught arthritis, and so then the whole thing went down again. And so my father had this real hot cold relationship with money, and it put a lot of pressure on us kids and my mum too, because she got very, very sick with arthritis and then eventually cancer, and then she died. Even though my father himself, in his health, he was rock solid. He was probably like a Viking stock. So let's clear this then. So I'm going to be very specific and find the root cause in my father. So I'm traveling all the way back in time to my father when he was 3 years of age. So I'm getting something when my dad was 3, and I don't remember anything because this I didn't hear stories about that, but I know it was in the Depression before the Second World War. And I'm getting the information that he was bullied, or he felt bullied. So Lisanne, have you ever, can you relate to this?
Yeah.
The
Feeling of being bullied.
Yeah, all right. So think of the worst time, an incident, one time when you were bullied. Just think of, let something spring to mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Think of something. So just close your eyes. Where does that sit in your body?
Yeah, well, I'm really feeling it around my heart in the solar plexus.
Okay, so I can quickly heal that with energy, or I can step it through. That might be more interesting. All right, so just close your eyes again, and then I'm just going to ask, and if you relate to this, if you've ever been bullied in your life, I want you to feel that spot in your body, connect with it and pay attention to it. It could be in your hands, in your arms, in your heart, anywhere, in your back. So just close your eyes and follow the instructions with me, and we can do this together. So just go back to your heart center, close your eyes, and I'm going to ask you some questions. What if that was an object, that feeling in your heart? Is it round or square or rectangle? What does it look like?
Like a diamond shape.
If you were to touch it with your hands, what would it feel like?
Smooth and cold, sharp.
Right. If it had a color, what would the color be like?
Blue, light blue.
Yeah. Okay. And if it made a sound, if it had a sound, what would it sound like?
Just trying to think. Maybe it feels like just a real eerie noise, like wind in a tunnel through trees.
Like spooky or something.
Spooky.
Yeah, okay. So just drop back into it now. That's great. And if it had a smell, like imagine if it had a smell, what would it smell like?
I'm just getting metallic.
And imagine if you could taste it, like you licked it, what would it taste like? Just imagine.
Yeah, like bitter water.
And is it moving or still?
Just still.
And is it big or small? Like, I mean, just pretend I haven't quite a clue. Like,
small.
Already, okay, right. So just want you to imagine taking your eyes all the way inside that, drop right into the center of that feeling that you've described now. Did you say it had a color?
Yeah, light blue.
Light blue, yeah. Drop right into the center. And if you're listening to us, you can do the same. Just take your attention, your inner torchlight, drop right into it. And just look around. Observe what's happening. Just observe, notice what's going on. What's happening for you when you do that? And you can even talk to it like an old friend, because literally it is an old friend, because this pocket of energy has been in your body for donkey's years, right? So just welcome it in as an old friend. And just let me know what's happening. You can make it bigger.
feels like it's expanding, and then I'm feeling like my base chakra is just a lot more solid.
That's
like
good.
I have ground to stand on.
Right.
And it's sort of dissipating, like it was a hard rock before, and now it's just expanding and becoming translucent.
That's right. So let me know if you've popped through or if it has fully dissolved. Or does it need a little bit more?
It's dissolved.
And I definitely can tell her energy is shifting and rearranging. And I'm also understanding or getting the feeling that right now Opa, right, he's helping us. He doesn't want you to have that. Opa is your grandfather, my father. He died 5 years ago. He doesn't want Lisanne to suffer from his traumas, right? Even though this started when he was 3. So he also didn't have any control over it, right? So I really got the message for Lisanne, it's all going to work out. Good, right? So just close your eyes, because the cells in your body, every cell in your body needs to hear that. So just receive that in your body. Think of Opa, how strong he was. He is, because our loved ones who've transitioned into the spirit world, they haven't gone away. And just he's basically saying, let go of all that ugliness that's around money. So money, he thought money was ugly. He thought money was the root of all evil. But he realized that that's not true, right? Money is just like a frequency, a vibration. So let go of all the ugliness you've experienced with money. And you've experienced a lot of ugly situations due to your money stresses. So let go of all of that, it's dissolved, and I want you to fill that empty space now with the opposite. What's opposite to ugly? What do you love to see? Like I'm thinking ugly houses, you've had to live in ugly situations, ugly jobs you've had to do, toxic behavior, how you've been exploited sometimes because of lack of money, and it wasn't even safe. Like you've worked in awful, horrible places that weren't safe for a girl either. So how do you want to replace all that energy? What with?
Beautiful scenery.
Like where?
European scenery that I haven't, something that I haven't seen before.
Okay, so just explain it to us, because imagine there are people in Australia watching us and they don't know what that looks like. So just, you can close your eyes, or can you do it with your eyes open? It's up to you.
Yeah, so there's great big open spaces with rolling hills, sunshine, and little ancient villages in the distance to explore.
And imagine, like, can we make this bigger and better? So like maybe you're eating something or sitting, having a champagne, or like celebrating. How can you celebrate life? So I think the energy of ugliness needs to be replaced with the energy of, I'm celebrating my life. Right? Think of that. So that needs to go into the cells, and you can put a color in, or a precious metal, or gold, silver, or something like that. What's showing up for you?
Yeah, gold.
Alright, so breathe it into your body. Maybe you're having a picnic with your children, and a glass of champagne, or
walking towards, walking with my children.
Maybe you've got your own chateau or something. Imagine if you dream bigger. Like, you know.
The dream is to explore, go exploring and on adventures, places we've never been before.
Wonderful, right? And of course Elijah is healthy, isn't he? And Cohen and Rosie. Right, so this needs to be felt all the way. I'm just going to make sure now that it's anchored in, so I can see that already in Lisanne, but I'm just going to double check with my hand. Alright, so there's still a little bit of energy in the stomach, so I'm just going to suggest to Lisanne to drop that energy into the ground. So just do that now. Very, very deeply into the center of the earth. That's good. Right, I'll feel that again. And so like, that's really, really good. So this is completed one round of a massive money glitch, right? So we can keep you informed to see how it's going, because like there will be changes in your life, and these will be positive changes. All right, so when you think about going to Europe now, and let's say you're going for 2 or 3 months and pay to do it, so like we have to leave that up to the universe. Just say, I want to go to Europe for 3 months and be paid to do it.
I want to go to Europe for 3 months and be paid to do it.
With my children.
With my children.
How does that feel in your body now? Like from 0 to 10, 10 being 100% certain.
Yeah, I would say it's a 6.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
Lots more.
Yeah, that's right. So normally I would spend the whole hour when you work with me here. I would spend the whole hour, because I can see the next layer is already showing up for Lisanne. So, but I'm not going to do another demonstration. Of course, this work is also very personal, right? Yeah. So in the same way that Lisanne inherited some of my father's money glitches, then I also now have to check if her children inherited some of that, because we don't want to pass this on, right? And we can clear that with energy. So everything can be found, dissolved, and then we can create alignment so that the elephant that's heading towards Antarctica instead of Europe, the elephant turns around and it goes, oh, I want to go to Europe too, yeah. Because your subconscious mind, which is your soul, which lives in your body, it's the goal-getter. That's the part that needs to go after it, and that's also the part that's in charge of your health, your immune system and your wealth. So we have to get everything in alignment. Otherwise there's conflict and stress and so on. And I just wish I had known all about this when I was Lisanne's age. Well, I started to understand a lot then, because you're nearly 40 and I'm 61, so it's 21 years ago. I already understood a lot about the universe. But definitely in my 30s and 20s, of course, I struggled so badly with everything. Like the universe seemed like a random place, and but nothing is ever random, right? And if you want a miracle or a breakthrough, there is a formula for it, right? It's not random. There is a formula that I can show you.
Yeah.
So thanks for tuning in, everyone. I do work with clients one-on-one, and I have a money coaching package that's on my website. I'm going to send you the link. And if you want to start working without me, I also created an evergreen program that's completely automated. Evergreen means you can access it anytime when you buy it. You access it, you start it straight away, and you have it for a lifetime. And that includes videos, energy hacks, ways to bring in alignment, ways to get your subconscious mind, and different ways to get the money flowing, to open the floodgates of abundance, I call it. So I'll put the links in the comment box below, and make sure that you know, book in with me. Don't stay struggling on your own, because help is here. All right, thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks Lisanne for being so open and vulnerable, and look forward to being with you next week. Have a really great week, everyone, and let me know what you think about today's session. Bye everyone.
See you.
Bye.